Right, hi. So day 50. Um, okay, so hell. Um, the word hell comes from Norse mythology. Um, One of the things about hell is it's the underworld, right? So, and it's the land where the dead go. And generally when you go to hell, it's a one-way trip. You don't come back. Okay, so but there's all different versions of hell. Um, there's what's that guy's name? I can't remember the guy's name, but it was some sort of medieval European guy, and he wrote this. I think maybe medieval. Well, it might have only been 100 or 150, 200 years ago. Um, this epic sort of story. I don't know. It goes through all these. I think it's 9 circles of hell. Um, I remember the first. I think on the first the gateway into it, it says, "Abandon hope, all ye that enter in here," or something like that. And it was this story of him going in and trying to find his uh, wife or lover that he'd lost or something, which is a theme that often runs through. It's another theme that you get in the Ereshkigal story as well. I'm not sure exactly how many people went down into the underworld, but her sister Inanna, who's connected with Venus, has to make the trip down into the underworld. Um, but she comes back up again, and there are various stories where people go into the underworld and then they come back. But there's usually, and these stories are telling you how to do it, generally. So they're worth studying. Um, okay, some other interesting stuff about hell. Odin, who's like the trickster god, and he's also like the father of the gods, who we associate with Mercury and Hermes. Um, he had a horse called Sleipnir, that had 8 legs and it could run faster than the wind and stuff. So what the understanding of that is that the body of the horse is connected with our body, like the physical body, and or perhaps the astral body. And the 8 legs. See the physical body, the body of the horse. So let's get this correct. The body of the horse, I believe, is in Midgard, which is where the land of the gods is. Um, and each of its 8 legs were in another one of the 9 worlds. So it was essentially in all 9 worlds at the same time. Um, okay. And other things, about Odin, he had these 2 crows that were his like messengers and stuff, and one of them was called and lookouts and that. One of them was called thought, and one of them was called memory. Or that's what I understand. And they're connected kind of like with the wings of like Mercury's helmet, I suppose. Right, so I've got this idea that if you I couldn't find the link and I couldn't find much stuff about it, but um, I believe it's called Santismo or something, or some kind of voodoo, and the have like a little doll or to I can't even remember if the name's right, like if it's Lady Death or just Death, but it's this like female character, sometimes with a skeleton like painted on, or um, and people like have like little offerings of things like burning candles, or I don't know, rose petals, sweet food, maybe tobacco. But people do offerings, and that could maybe help. I understand it that this is like one aspect of the underworld, But as they're all different levels, I mean, in the Erishkigal thing, there's like 7 levels. That's quite a common number. But there's also, I've heard, 9 levels as well. You know, different systems have their own way of looking at it. So if you haven't been having much luck with it, you might want to try setting up an altar. That's something that I just seem to get the idea about, that could help. You know, if you want to move on and you don't seem to be, something's not working for you, that's something you could do. And I was going to leave a link in, and if I can get it, I'll leave a link in. But at the moment, I'm not sure what else is there. Oh right, yeah. So going out in the streets, at various times, like after it got dark yesterday evening, I went to the shops, and I noticed that I could sense it. I had my kind of like helmet on already of invisibility, and I could sense people's kind of hells, various little hells. And today when I've been out, I can. And also some of these beings are like, are like kind of possessed by demons, you know. It's good to have the invisibility helmet on. Yeah. So I think that's about it really.